Hello and welcome to the Blackboard Black Belt Achievement Series, the Engagement Expert Part 1. This course focuses on how to add more engaging material and media utilizing tools within Blackboard. The course objectives are to learn how to add media files such as images, audio, videos, and mashups, how to integrate additional tools into your course to promote engagement, and how to reward and motivate students through creating achievements. Let's begin by adding media files to a content area to make it more visually engaging. I'll start with how to add an image. First, let's go to the content area that you'd like the content to be added. Hover over Build Content and click Image. Give it a name. You can browse your computer, content collection, or mashups. We'll look at mashups a little bit later. So let's start by browsing our computer. Locate the file and click Open. Next, let's provide alternative text for the image. The alternative text will convey the information provided by the image to individuals that may not be able to see the image. It makes the content more accessible to all users. Here we can add an additional description for the image if you'd like. Next, we have the image options. We can choose to go with the original dimensions for our image, or we can add custom dimensions. We're going to go ahead and choose custom dimensions. For a medium-sized picture, it's 500 by 500 pixels. You can adjust the image size as needed. Let's go with a medium image. I'll put 500 pixels for the width and 500 pixels for the height. You can add a border around the image if you'd like. If you have a target URL for your image, you can add it here. We can choose to have the image open in a new window. And then we can make changes to the standard options as desired. Once you're finished, you can preview the image to make sure it's going to display the way you want it to in your course. If you want to make any additional changes to this image, you can click the back button to return to the image settings. If you are happy with the current image settings, click Submit to return to your content. Now, let's take a look at how we can add an image using the content editor. Hover over Build Content and click Item. The first thing we need to do is to give it a name. Then, from the content editor, we will click on the plus sign to add content. Here we can select to insert files from the local file stored on the computer, insert from the content collection, or insert from cloud services such as OneDrive for Business or Google Drive. I'm going to choose Insert Local Files. Navigate to where your file is stored. You can select as many files to insert as you'd like, but for this demonstration, I'm just going to choose one image. Now the image is loaded into my content editor. As you can see, my image is quite large, so in order to adjust the size of my image, I'm going to right-click on the image to access the image options. Here, I can add alternative description and text for my image. Next, I can adjust the size of my image. I'm going to try 250 for my width. This will give me a smaller image. You can see that my height has automatically adjusted. This keeps the correct proportion so the image will not be distorted. Once I have the things set the way that I want, I'll click Save. Now that I've adjusted the size of my image, I can continue by adding any additional text or content to go along with my image. To complete my content item, I can add attachments. Next, I can adjust the standard options to fit my needs. Then, click Submit. Another way to add images to your course is with Flickr Mashups. Flickr is an online resource that is commonly used to store images. The Flickr Photo Mashup feature allows you to search Flickr for public images that can be added to your Blackboard course. To do this, let's hover over Build Content. Then click Flickr Photo. Type in what you are looking for in the search bar and press Go. Scroll down and select an image. This will bring us to the Options menu. You can rename the image if you'd like. Then scroll to the mashup options. Under View, you can choose Thumbnail or Embedded Photo. Embedded photos show the large image initially. Thumbnails show a smaller icon, and you must click to view the image to open a larger version in a new window. Here you can also change the size of the photo and decide if you want to show the Flickr URL and Flickr information. Under Attachments, you can attach a file or document to your image. And finally, set the standard options to your liking, then click Submit. Many instructors like to use YouTube videos in their Blackboard courses. Let's take a look at how to insert a YouTube video into a content area using a mashup. Select the content area you would like to add the video to. Hover over Build Content and click YouTube Video under Mashups. Search for the video you would like to add. I'll search for a video on teamwork. Press Go to begin the search. Next, select the video that you want to add. You can name the video or keep the original YouTube title. You may also add a description if you'd like. We have some of the same mashup options. Let's select the appropriate ones. Choose how the mashup will be displayed, as a thumbnail, a text link with player, or an embedded video. Next, you can choose to show the YouTube URL and to show the YouTube information if you'd like. An attachment can also be added if needed. In this case, I have some guidelines to follow for successful teamwork that I would like to share. I'll click Browse My Computer, locate my document, and click Open. Last, we have the same standard options. Set the options the way you would like, and click Submit. We can now see our video and our document that we have attached in our content area. Mashups can be added to test questions, discussions, assignments, or as a standalone piece of content. You can also add a clip of a movie or a photo in a journal, blog, or wiki. YouTube and Vimeo videos can also be added to a content area using the content editor. Select a content area that you would like to use. Hover over Build Content, then click Item. The first thing we will need to do is to give it a name. From here, we will paste in the URL for a video in the content editor. The content editor will embed the video, creating an inline player for simplified viewing. Now we can add any additional text or content to accompany the video. If we wanted to add an additional YouTube video to our content, we could insert a YouTube mashup into the content editor as well. To do so, simply click on the plus icon to add content. From here, we can access the YouTube mashup from the Additional Tools section. Like before, we need to enter a video we would like to use. Click Go to begin the search. Select the video we would like to use. Then, select the mashup options that best meets our needs. Click Preview to review the selection. Then click Submit to add it to our content. Then, add attachments if you'd like. Make any necessary changes to the standard options, and click Submit. We can now access and play our video from the content area. Now that we know how to make a content area more engaging by adding media, in our next video we are going to explore some additional tools that we can use to integrate media into Blackboard to increase student engagement. See you soon in Part 2!